All right. For historical reasons, Democrats should be set up for a very good midterm. Typically, when one party takes the White House, in the immediate midterms 2 years later, the other party takes a bunch of seats back, sometimes control of the House, sometimes control of the Senate. We are now in a situation where it may be the case that Trump and MAGA are facing disaster. There is new polling data. CNN sort of summed it up. Let's take a little bit of a listen to this.
All right, we've got an off-year election 2 weeks from today. We've got midterms 1 year and 2 weeks away, and members of both parties looking for any sign as to who may be gaining momentum. CNN chief data analyst Harry Enton is here, and I have to say, some new polling just out was really eye-popping to me.
It was shocking to me, John, and it comes down to party identification. Do you identify as a Democrat or as a Republican? And traditionally speaking, this is a metric that has been quite telling of elections, and we'll get into that a little bit. Party ID margin, Dem versus Republicans. Specifically, I'm talking about Gallup. Back in Q1 of 2025, it was a tie. Look at how much Democrats have gained on this metric, according to Gallup. Their latest metric, Democrats are ahead by 7 points. That is a 7-point movement to the left. I looked at some other pollsters as well to see if there was similar movement. Among Quinnipiac, it was +1 Republican. And you can see, again, movement to the left, Democrats +3. You know, last year, going into the 2024 presidential election, that was the rare time in which Republicans actually held a lead in Gallup's party ID measure. That Republican lead is no more. Adios, amigos, eliminated. Now Democrats ahead by 7 points, at least according to Gallup.
And this is when pollsters call and ask you for your party. Basically, this is self-reporting of what party you're in, and now you're seeing this 7-point swing in what people are saying in this.
So listen, this alone doesn't spell disaster for Republicans. And you have to remember, the baseline is this should be a bad midterm for Republicans. But this could be a disastrous midterm for Republicans. Farmers are turning on Trump. Nobody's buying that prices are declining because prices are actually going up. How much a president even controls that is a different story. It doesn't matter. Trump said he would control it, and he hasn't controlled it. But the thing I keep coming back to is that if Republicans come to believe, if Trump comes to believe that he and they are facing certain disaster, I don't believe that they will easily allow this process to take place in something as quaint as a fair election as what we might want. Now, I am not saying the stuff like from Nathan Taylor's interview about statistical analysis. I'm just saying we know the playbook for voter suppression. It's intimidation. It's deregistering voters. It's at the House level redistricting, which they're doing, reducing early voting hours, reducing the number of precincts. We know all of the stuff. And there is no way in hell after, I mean, listen, look at how much progress they've made on Project 2025. Look at all of these different areas in which they are, by their standards, making progress on this dystopian vision. There's no way they're just going to go, oh, it's not looking good for us. All right, I guess we just lose. There's no way that they're going to do that, especially when Trump is now obsessed with legacy. Legacy depends on having the House on his side. If they lose the House, he loses control of the purse strings. That would be a disaster. So we need to be prepared. As I always say, Mark Elias at the Elias Law Group is working on this stuff. There's lots of other great activists working on this stuff, but we've got to be ready, because if what CNN is pointing out here plays out in the way that it might, just a massive party ID shift away from Republicans and towards Democrats, this could be one of the worst midterms in decades for the party that just won the White House. And Trump and Republicans are simply not going to allow that to happen. I want to do my free way to help ask today. There is a concerted campaign to destroy our podcast ranking on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Please just give us a rating. It's literally just five stars on Spotify, 5 stars on Apple. It helps so much. We want to push that back up. It makes a massive difference in the discoverability of the show. There is a concerted effort right now meant to downrate 1 star a lot of left-leaning shows. So this costs nothing. My ask of you today is leave us a 5-star rating on Spotify. Leave us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. We've got a phenomenal bonus show for you today. We'll talk about what's going on in Argentina. We'll talk about the NBA gambling scandal and so many other things. All of that and more on today's bonus show. Sign up at joinpakman.com.